And we're on.
And we're on.
Take two?
Take two.
All right. What are we doing today?
We are doing our weekly WOD wind-up for the Independence Week.
The 2nd through the 8th.
Yes.
Okay. We've got a fair bit of MAP 5 work planned.
Okay.
As well as we are going to test our back squat. We've got 4 rounds, 1 rep. If you need more than 4 rounds, we'll probably have time to do that. I haven't scheduled a whole bunch of other stuff on that day.
Okay.
So the goal would be for us to be able to have enough time to, go for a 1 rep max for the day.
And have everybody ring that PR bell.
That'd be great. That'd be great. We will give everybody ample time to make sure that we teach you how to bail.
Okay.
Also, we'll spend a little bit of time on teaching each other how to spot. I prefer people just bailing, but if you are getting really heavy and pushing the bar off your back scares you, we'll make sure we talk about preparing both of you, the spotter and the member. And what that looks like is I'm going to have a conversation with the squatter saying at no time are you able to give up. You can't just say, I can't do it, and then, try to run away from the bar, because now you've essentially thrown the bar on your friend that's trying to help you.
That's not nice.
It's not nice. It's dangerous. So make sure that, you continue to fight, because if you stop fighting, you're leaving your spotter out to dry, and that spotter all you need probably is just a little bit of touch of the bar, and you'll be able to stand it right up.
Yep.
So just that'll be the majority of that teaching.
Let's have some patience in those class times too, that there's going to be some people that are not maxing out quite the weight that some other people are
they'll be
gonna
done
have.
quick.
So there may be some time that you can spend doing some mobility drills, or just casually maybe riding the Airdyne bikes out of the way, or going for
that's a good point.
A quick run or something if it looks like
I'll
it's
put
not your day.
I'll put a little FBR in there.
Yeah.
That's a good point to give those people that are, done in potentially 10 minutes where somebody else is taking 15 to 20.
Right. Stay and cheer them on.
Yeah. We'll give you something that you could do. So.
Do we have a WOD that day as well?
We do. Just a MAP 5 work, which is 3 minutes of work, about a minute of rest. You're going to go 7 toes to bars, 14 calorie bike, and power clean and jerks 4 reps at about 70%. So pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Shouldn't feel real heavy after having a bunch of weight on your back. But,
your body might be pretty tired just the same.
Yeah. So those are all going to be singles, I would expect. Trying to touch and go, that's going to throw your heart rate up too much.
Well, and take that day to really work on heart rate training. You maxed out your lift and...
Correct. Be smooth.
Nice.
Smooth.
So what day is that? That's Friday?
That's Friday.
Alternate WOD on Friday for GOAT. We have some skiing and rowing with banded chest to bar pull-ups. We're going to do those tempo to build that core stability and strength up to the rig. They're kind of fun. We get to get out, even if you're good at chest to bars, with we get to get out the thick bands and play like it's a circus.
Cool. All right, I want to talk about Monday just real quick. We're snatching, pausing below the knees, and then overhead squatting for our strength. And then after that, we've got a MAP 5 workout, 2 sets, 3 minutes between sets. You're going to do 3 rounds of 20 over the bar burpees and 10 power snatches at 50%. So I'm hoping that will take us about 3 minutes. We're going to need to scale reps of over the bar burpees. Most likely some people will be a little slower than that.
Okay.
So, but I want you to try to keep your heart rate down as much as you can on those burpees. So for me, that would be stepping back, stepping up, stepping over.
Okay.
I just want you to try to find something that keeps you moving.
Okay.
The power snatches should be light, but still should be touch and go, take a breath, put your hands back on it, touch and go, or not touch and go, sorry.
Fast singles.
Fast singles, right.
So this is a 3 minute on, 3 minute off?
3 minute on, 1 minute off.
With 3 minutes in between.
You got it.
Got it.
And then we've got a little bit more 333 prep on Tuesday.
Okay.
250 meter row, 200 meter run, double unders for reps. I know it's similar to what they're doing in there today, but I want them to be able to get off of that rower, probably just a little bit under their MAF, run at their MAF, come in and double under for reps. Probably have to break them up. It's going to be a 3-minute work.
So I cued them today. We're doing 333 prep. And one of the things I said today was we're pretty good at running at MAF. We're pretty good at rowing at MAF. We don't have rowing today, but to really work on that, making those double unders aerobic. That's if you're focusing on anything, let's figure out how to break up those double unders to keep your heart rate down.
Yep. Cool.
It's good to have a focus.
Cool. So,
early in the week in GOAT, we have some biking with a bro sesh of dumbbell curls, bent over rows, and floor press.
Fun.
We got some running in there as well, not up the hill, just to the 300 mark. And then Tuesday, we have another bike ride with some fat bar work around the building. So some really good grip work to add in that accessory.
Fun.
Training.
Wednesday, we're doing another quick FAF test as a warm-up. And then I'm building on a workout from this week for the MAP 5 work, which is 10 thrusters at a lighter weight, 500-meter row, and 10 pull-ups. Then you'll rest a minute. So, you're going to rest a minute after each round of that.
Okay.
That should be about 3 minutes worth of work for most people, I hope.
Okay.
Again, those thrusters need to be kept light enough to try not to go crazy above your MAF.
Good. We trained that this week, and that went really well, I think, for most people.
Yeah, that was surprising how well everyone did on that workout. I thought that was going to be a bit of a disaster, but we're obviously starting to adapt to some of our MAF work. So
good.
That was exciting to see.
Now, Wednesday is 4th of July.
Yep.
So we have C-Pike 13.
Yeah, just a couple more
abbreviated
classes.
hours.
Yes.
So, if that's an appealing WOD for you, then make sure
if you're in town, be sure to come do it. Especially if you did the one this week that was similar.
Yeah, great.
Another MAP 5, of course, on Thursday. 10 wall balls, 1 lap around the building carrying kettlebells of some sort. Then come back in, 10 wall balls. Again, 10 wall balls is just going to start to stretch your MAF a little bit.
Good.
I'm hoping a static carry. I would be careful with how heavy you get on those because I don't want you to come back in, at 85%.
Right.
So, other than that, Saturday I've got scheduled another little benchmark for, I think it's benchmark number 6. It's a 7-minute AMRAP.
Okay.
This should be something that we're redoing. We should probably just see what midget want.
Probably. Yes?
When is Dad gonna be here?
Any second. Watch for him. Take your bike out.
And action.
And cut back to.
All right. So the TreeTown benchmark number 6. It's a 7-minute AMRAP. We've done this. We did it back in May 11th, I believe.
I love these when you get to go back and
Yeah.
compete against yourself.
Right. So I don't know if I expect some big PRs on this, just because prior to doing this last time, we had done a little bit of threshold work.
Okay.
And this one, it's been all map work. So I suspect people are going to get into a groove with this and be able to just consistently move nice and smooth on this without having a fair bit of strain.
Okay.
I'm hoping that they'll have a similar score to last time, but do it with less effort. So I'm kind of excited to be able to look back and see that, to see the trends in the heart rate on that.
This will emphasize, 1, wearing the heart rate monitor and having that self-loops data to go back and look at, and 2, making notes in SugarWOD on how you felt during these workouts.
Correct.
It's not about feelings, but at the same point, if you write in there, like, I was wasted, it was a long week, went in this with these feelings, being able to come back now and say, I actually felt really great. I was slower, but man, like I felt like I did X unbroken.
Or you were the same.
Yeah.
That's more likely if you've been training, more likely you're going to be similar with less effort is my hope.
Right.
And I want to talk just a little bit about the 7-minute AMRAP. Is if you were going to only do 7-minute workouts, like let's just say that's all you cared about was being fast for 7 minutes, you would do a whole bunch of MAP 3 and 4 work with some threshold stuff in there, but you would do a lot of map aerobic work in the 2 minutes on, 1 minute off time domain.
Sure.
That would build an intensity over time. So I just kind of want to give us some scores to work from as we go through this progression of all the way up to map 10, and then when we start to come back down through map 1, and then add some alactic work and lactic endurance to all of this to see how this score that we do on Friday the 7th translates after going through this whole progression of aerobic work.
So it's purposeful in its big picture. You're not just saying like, oh, look, we could do this instead of something else.
Correct.
Like all of the training we do
Right.
is linked into all of the training we do.
Yeah.
So
and the 7 minutes, it's a short time domain, right? So really to prepare for a 7-minute test, you would want to have done some really intense work. Ideally, which is how it'll be in 12 or 15 weeks when we redo this.
Right.
So right now, it's kind of like giving us another benchmark to work off of.
Sure.
To then see if our training worked.
Here's our baseline.
Yeah.
Let's train it now.
Correct. Because we're more prepared right now for a 20 or 30 minute workout with the way we've been training.
We know that though.
Right. So I just want to see where we're at, and so please don't skip that if you're in town. Come do it. Also, for that back squat, over the next 3 weeks, we've got a whole bunch of tests, and I'm going to have some days in there as well with just like the first 30 minutes of class will be what I would just call free time to give you an opportunity to do some of your benchmarks that maybe you missed.
We've done that before when we've had big max outs and you can't make it every day, or maybe your body doesn't recover, needs more recovery between squats, which we're doing a better job. I think this cycle of spreading out our testing, but we understand if you can't get in. Don't feel like you have to change the world, cancel your vacation. We'll make sure that if you want to get that test in.
Yeah, we'll leave a couple opportunities for that. And there's some things you could test multiple things in one day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And then there's always the opportunity to use the Oli room, the goat room as well. So.
Right. Speaking of goat, I have a couple exciting WODs at the end of the week. On Thursday, we have a run for the core / run off the barbecue WOD. It's 3 miles ran, which this past week, I think we did a 2-mile run and it went really, really well. So I want to stretch that out a little bit, but we're not going to run all 3 miles in a row. The reason I want to see 3 miles is, one, we have 333 coming up. Mm-hmm. That's a 3-mile run that we can train mile at a time, and also what happens to our bodies when we run. Now we're going to throw in some Tabata core work in the middle. And the goal there is to figure out what happens to your running when you tire out your core.
Awesome.
The other one that I think will be fun is our Saturday. We try to make Saturday a little more team competition. Cheer your friends on, have fun with it. So we have the 5s, something I made up. 50-minute AMRAP of running, skiing, biking with some push-up or ring dip, deadlift, and GHDs in there. So a little bit more advanced accessory work than we normally hit, but really important skill work for development of some of the other movements we may be starting to see more and more as we advance.
Oh, that looks fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else for the week?
No.
You think they made it all the way through this video?
Yay, America.
America.